One of the ways in which you can feel bigger is to deepen your vertical. So clearly, we start with our feet and up we go through our body, up through our spine to the crowns of our heads. The crown of our head. Only got one. And on and up. But what many of us do without realizing is that we give much, much more energy to the upper part of our bodies. We do a lot of thinking, we do a lot of doing, we do a lot of gesturing, we feel a lot, we might pour out our hearts, and generally that brings about the rather extraordinary thing of walking as if your body is following your head. So, although it's not like a comic, nonetheless, what mostly is happening is that the lower part of your body is trotting along trying to keep up with your thoughts. That's not a very efficient way of using your own personal energy. By far, a better bet would be to really connect with your feet, really acknowledge the pull of gravity, and really travel down beneath your feet rather as a tree that has a huge crown needs a very good root system to balance it. So, we're going to offer on this day 2 opportunities to connect with the lower part of your being and to connect beneath your feet and into the earth. So we know that at the core of the earth there is fire. There is also at the base of the human spine fire that is latent. It's often depicted as something which is asleep, something which might uncoil. So in the Hindu tradition, that's a serpent lying asleep, waiting to be awoken. We don't really know why it's there, and we don't really know why it spontaneously arises up in some people, and we don't really know what its consequences can be. But I myself have had experience of this, and what it brings you to, if you are not wanting to make something of it, if you are not wanting to own it, or name it, or define it, or aggrandize yourself because of this unusual experience, it speaks of unlimited opening out. So it's a bit like a fountain of fire that comes up. It clearly alters one's nervous system. And of course, when it comes up the spine and into the skull, it alters how you think. It might alter what you're capable of appreciating. So it might alter consciousness, but how on earth would you know? You simply notice that your attention is drawn to different things, or it is drawn to things in different ways. But most importantly, when this happens, the consequence of the fire rising up the spine, and this is a very extreme physical experience. This is not just getting a bit warm. This is so strong that you think you might melt. And obviously what is melting is your identity as something that is separate and pained. So when this fire rises up into the skull and moves out, you have a sense of the boundarylessness of all our potentials. And the space, which really doesn't seem to have any limit at all, is entirely love. That's not love that starts with a preposition. It's not love that says, I love something, or I would like to be loved. You disintegrate in your awareness into a sea of love, so that when you come back, you feel bathed or blissed. And then the great big challenge is how to live as an ordinary human being in an ordinary life, still acknowledging that gift and not attempting to get into the way of its flow. So in the practice that we're going to do now, we're not intending to make that fire move. We're not intending to awaken anything. But I speak of it to remind us that there are many mysteries that are in our own body and our own being. And if it is for you to live more hugely, set no limit as to how you might experience that. If there is great change in you, then there will be a physical expression of that change. So when there are changes, it's not to be frightened that what was familiar is gone and there's something new in its place. Let all of your physicality speak of newness. Don't limit. So, you can do this sitting down, but if anybody wants to stand up, that would be fine. There's clearly plenty of space for people to stand. And we are going to, quite simply, connect with the fire at the center of the earth through our focus, our mental focus, and using the rhythm of the breath. So, in very simple terms, going down is breathing out, and drawing up is breathing in. So, first of all, to see yourself planted, maybe like a tree. Your feet really spread on the earth. And as you let the feet spread and the weight of you drop, you might even begin to think a little more clearly about gravity and how you're always responding to gravity even though you're not aware of it. There you have this lovely pull. The earth is drawing you, keeping you on its surface. And begin to breathe down your roots underneath your feet into the earth. Each out-breath, a little deeper. And if you wish, you can simply greet the earth. Hi, hello, thanks, hello. So just taking a few moments, each out-breath dropping deeper and deeper. Really let the whole body relax. Let your rib cage move with the breath. Poor rib cage is often kept really small and narrow. You could really have a huge, breathable chest. So really deeply planted. And change the focus of your breath now. As you breathe in, begin to draw energy from the earth, from the fire in the earth, up. Breathe it up into your body and let it settle in your pelvis. Just invite your pelvis to receive energy as fire, as connectedness to the earth as you breathe up. Breathing out, let it settle. Really plant yourself so that you receive for as much as you plant and root and drop. Now be still, just let your body feel accompanied, a part of the energy of the earth as well as life on earth. And now change the focus, so taking a deeper breath as you breathe out, let that energy run down and away from you, back again to the earth. Gift it back to the earth, give away. Each out-breath, give away. Empty. Now traveling down the roots of your feet again, connecting with the fire, breathing in, draw it deeply up into the pelvis and let it rise up and meet the love, the feeling state, the emotions in your solar plexus, your heart. Let it meet the part of you which is individual. Let it greet. So breathing in, keep drawing it up. Breathing out, let it settle in you. Meet your own passion, love, fire. Let the bones sing a little with that union. So the spaces in the bones, the little honeycomb spaces, let those vibrate with the greeting, the meeting. Be warmed by it. Now changing direction, taking a deeper breath. As you breathe out, let it go down and away from you. Give it back to the earth, and if you wish, direct it to any nameless woman with her feet on the earth who might receive the collective energy of our gathering here today. Each out-breath, send it down and out and away through the earth. Each out-breath, give away, travel, so that it might rise as love, support, sisterliness to another. Keep giving away, emptying. And now really focus upon the soles of your feet. Feel them in relation to the earth. Taking a deeper breath, connect with who you are, what you are. If you like, have a big stretch right up. And breathing out, bringing the arms down and return to your seats. And we will do some more of that this afternoon. Thank you.